Welcome to Rack of the Week number 128. This week, I want to first make a real quick announcement. Thank you to 5 new supporters. Let's welcome Brian from Patreon. And then 4 people joined this week on YouTube. Ryan, Eugene, JJ, and Samuel here in Arizona. Thanks, Samuel. Welcome. And then also, if you're not aware, I started a new series called The Daily 50. And that's a training routine for me. And I'm already seeing fantastic benefits. What I'm doing is I'm just going live once a day, and I'm trying to run 50 balls. So I go live, and I don't stop until I have an inning where I run 50 balls or more of straight pool. I had one failure this week. I tried to do it in the morning, and I had a lot of pain, and I quit. But that same day at night, I tried again. So I had a part 2 of the daily 50 on that day, and then I ran 84 that night. So every day I have successfully run 50 balls or more, including a 102 ball run. So check out my playlist. It's called the Daily 50. It's not a scheduled time. I've got other things going on, but the idea is I'm trying to do it right away in the morning. Sometimes it's in the afternoon, sometimes late at night, but I'll try to do it early in the morning. And the idea is that I run 50 balls before I eat breakfast. And so it's a change of mindset and training routine. So you'll learn more about that in the Daily 50s. But let's get into this week's Rack of the Week. I'm showing the previous rack where I set up for the break shot. So I'm trying to put the cue ball here. So I really didn't have an ideal break shot in that rack, and I was trying to get a really sharp angle. This can be a powerful break shot as long as you can cut that break ball cleanly into the pocket. I didn't get it, and I think a lot of the time this is the end of the run. But I actually make it through this rack, and I think there's some good lessons here. The first one is I've got a really slight angle. And so obviously I'm trying to go off the rail and into the rack. And you might say to yourself, well, I better hit this hard and hope I get something good. It's better to re-break with purpose, I call it. So I'm getting the bridge because I can't reach it either. So that makes it even more difficult. But what am I pointing at? Oh, yeah, what I'm pointing at there is when I played that 3 ball, it might have been wiser to stop the cue ball here and just give myself that big angle that I need. But re-breaking with purpose here, I'm trying to hit the top of the rack because then the cue ball will carry them this way. And I should knock a few balls loose this way. In other words, I'm not trying to spread the entire rack wide open because it's almost impossible from there, especially with the bridge. So just re-break with purpose, keep it in play. Now, you know what else happens if you're in a match and you do this? You don't have a bunch of balls wide open spread everywhere across the table. And so if you don't have a shot, you're going to be able to play safe. So I'm looking at this. I do not have a shot on the 12. I cannot see this ball here. This is my only shot, and I've got to cut it in the corner, and it's a very thin cut. So I'm looking, what can I do to open this rack? The 8 ball goes here. So if I get this angle, I can open the rack, but I can't get there right now from the 3. I've already looked at it. Let me pause this real quick. So what I've decided is this ball, this is at the 10, yeah, I think the 10 goes here, and a stop shot on this ball gives you the ability to shoot with force follow stroke and open this rack. So that tells me that I want to get near to straight in on this ball, and I think that's the 5 in the corner. So I'm playing the cue ball across table twice, just above the side pocket, because I don't want to be way up table. You know, you could easily spin the cue ball way up here, and you don't want to shoot the 5 ball from there. And my direction was good, but the speed was off. So I can't hold the cue ball. I can't pocket this 5 and hold the cue ball here where I have that re-break shot. So I resigned myself to the fact that this is pretty much just the same as the opening break shot. You just got to make the ball, make the object ball. Don't try to get too aggressive. Don't try to smash them wide across the table. What I want to do is bring the cue ball across, and this time I want to hit the bottom of the balls. I don't want to hit the top because now my cue ball might go way upstream and I'll have a difficult shot. So this time I want to hit the bottom of the balls. If I hit the bottom of the 2, or if I run into the 10 directly, and at least my cue ball might go this way, and it's going to keep the cue ball down table. Again, I'm not trying to open them wide. I just want a couple of balls loose. Then, if I don't have a shot, I'll be able to play safe because there won't be balls scattered all over the table. And this one turns out pretty well. It turns out really well. So I didn't hit the 2, but I hit the 10. You kind of saw a little bit of a loop with the high shot at the top of the cue ball, and the cue ball curved a little bit like that, and that also keeps it going down. So extremely favorable opening here. And if you notice, I already looked. I think it's pretty obvious to most people. I want to get a flat, or not a flat, but a parallel angle on the 6, because my cue ball can go up into these balls with the 10 as insurance. Again, when you shoot that 6, you don't want to just smash into them and hope. I'm literally playing position for the 10 ball. Something else better might come up, but that's what insurance balls are. I'm literally playing position for it. Now, it doesn't go the way I wanted. I didn't get parallel to the rail. I'm a little bit above. I still want to hit this side of the 8 or the 11. Then my cue ball goes that way. And I missed both of them, but I drew the cue ball. Now, I had to hit it pretty hard to get that draw from a shallow angle, but I knew, I wasn't spreading the balls wide. There's still a cluster, but I've got the shot on the 10. So re-break with purpose. And now I'm going to take a real good look because I need to open up these balls. This one here is a potential break ball, but it's pretty high, so I'll probably want something better. But look, I'm taking a good long look. I have a very thin cut on the 2. I can pocket this ball on the side. I'm not sure if I have the 7, but I might have the 7 ball on the side. And then, of course, I have the 10. So I have 4 shots. So you saw me just look. If I get an angle like this on the 8 ball, then I can go into these and open them up. And I have a good chance of knocking something over for a better break ball. I don't necessarily know if I have a clear-cut insurance ball, and that's why I'm continuing to look to see if there's something better. Back cut the 13 up here? No, that's crazy. And shooting the 15 really doesn't get me anywhere. So I finally decide, and because I've taken a close look, I can really commit to getting on that line, which I did. And I wanted it where I made this mark, but it came a little bit farther. I don't want to be on the rail. So that's very important. Don't get the cue ball on the rail. Now, again, re-break with purpose. So you might think, just use a high ball and let your cue ball burrow through these, go forward, and that should open them up real good. No, you don't need to do that. Your cue ball is going to go this way and hit this stripe. It looks like the 12 ball to me. So the 12 ball is going to hit this one, which is going to go this way. And maybe make that into a break ball or knock it further, and maybe the 9 will continue to be a break ball. But with a stun stroke, just a hair below center, my cue ball is going to hit the 8, carry him off the 12, and go this way. Possibly, right there's my insurance ball shot. But look what else is going to happen. The 8 ball is going to be gone. The 12 is going to go this way. I might also have a shot on the 11 down here. So take a look at how the balls lay, and don't just smash into them. Re-break with purpose. How does the table look now? Now, even my cue ball didn't go slide up here; it just came back. But look, I have a real good shot on this ball, the 4 ball in the corner, and the 11, of course. And so now I'm sitting pretty. Now all the problems have been solved. Every shot up till now has been with the purpose of opening the rack. Every single shot, the opening break shot, the re-break with the 5, and then with the 6, all with purpose and control. Now, obviously, the balls are spread wide, and I don't remember where I go with the cue ball with this 11. Let's take a look. I think running into the 7. Okay, I didn't run into the 7. I'm just playing position for the 7 because let me get out of the way here. Obviously, the 9 ball became the break ball. This 13 is the key ball. So I would like that to be a key ball. You could develop a pattern where you get position here to shoot this 14 and then come over, maybe shoot the 2 or something else, and then get the cue ball back here again. So this 13 is your key ball. But in this case, recognize that it's a triangle, shows up a lot. So you have a break ball, you have a ball near the rail to the side, and then a ball in the side pocket. So instead of the 13 being the key ball, it's the K2, and this is the key ball. Because imagine if the 13 was a cue ball. You just pocket this ball here and bounce off the rail, and you're on your break shot. So it's ideal. So that takes these balls out of the equation. Which ball is the best one for setting up for the 13 in the side? You want to be almost straight. It's this one. Now, it could be this one. You could get shoot the 2 now and get a shot on the 7 in order to drift down and get this angle. However, what I notice is that here's the shot line to the 13. I want my cue ball to be on the low side. I definitely don't want it to be on the high side, either straight in or low. Then when I shoot the 13, my cue ball goes this way, and I can preserve that angle on my cue ball. So for that reason, I prefer this, the 2 balls. So now I've taken these 4 balls out of the equation. So there's only 3 left. So how do you do it? So what I see is that, what I eventually see is that obviously you're going to shoot the 7 inside right now. And you don't want to try and get straight in on this ball because you'll get hooked behind the 4. So just give yourself an angle on this ball. I'm going to play position for 2 balls at once, because if I want to play position for this shot, to shoot this ball on the side, but also to shoot this ball straight in the corner. And those 2 lines converge right there. Okay, so I might not land there. I might not get perfectly straight on this 4. If I don't, then I'll shoot this ball on the side and draw my cue ball over here, and then I'll be almost straight in this corner and be able to play good position on the 2 ball. But if I do get straight on the 4, let's say I do land right here perfectly straight on the 4, then it's stop shot, stop shot, stop shot, near stop shot. And that's what you want for your end pattern. And indeed, that's how it works out. I'm still deciding. We'll let it play. But what I just described is the actual thought process that is going on in my mind. See, right now I'm almost looking at shooting that 2, because you want to eliminate balls that are below your break ball. They're usually not that useful in the end pattern. But in this case, as I just described, you do want to leave that 2 ball there. I think there we go. I just pointed to that spot, straight into the corner on the 4, or a cut shot on the 12. I think that's 12. And straight in. So stop, stop, stop. How many of you can handle this end pattern? Most of the work is seeing it. And then a big part of the work is getting the cue ball into the first part of the pattern. So I didn't like my bridging there. It's too long of a bridge, and I just want to do a nice stop shot. But when I put my hand closer, because I'm bridging over the 9 and 2, I can't see. So I had to go back to the open bridge from here. So take a little extra care, and notice short backstroke. You don't need a big 8-inch backstroke. Just a little short one. Now look at my angle, because same thing I mentioned before, shot line to the pocket, right? You do not want to be up here. You do not want to be below, because then you're going the wrong way. You want to be here on the shot line or above it. Then you can pull your cue ball wherever you need to get the right angle on the 13. Okay. So this is routine-ish. Just a tiny little drawback, and I'm below the shot line to the 13. That's what you want. You can stun this forward or roll. I roll it. I think it's better to stun it, but I'm chicken a lot of the time, so I roll it. Because I roll it, I end up with a shallow angle on my K2, which is not good. Because if you end up straight in on this K2 ball, then you have to just draw the cue ball back, and it can be harder to get the right angle. If you bounce the cue ball off the rail, it can be easier to play your position for your break shot. So because I rolled it, I've got to hit this 15 harder than I wanted to. But it's okay. So I make it work. And right there I said, yeah, that's a rack of the week. So I have a very sharp angle on this break ball, but it's an ideal angle because you don't need to do anything with the cue ball. High, just aim at the top of the cue ball. You want a lot of forward rotation on this cue ball. You don't need a lot of force because the cue ball is going to retain a lot of it, but you want your cue ball to get to that bottom rail, curve to the bottom rail, and you're going to see lots of balls opening in different directions, and likely that I'll have a shot into this side pocket to begin. Watch the 7 and 6 balls at the top of the rack. And the 2. Was that the 7 at the top of the... Oh, it was a different ball. But anyway, look where the 6 went. That's going to happen 99% of the time. Now, my cue ball did not go to the bottom rail. It backed up and burrowed through, which is fine. But that's the reason why you use a high ball, because because you're going to get one of those two results, which is ideal. If my cue ball had went to the bottom rail and up, 6 ball on the side happens all the time. As it is, my cue ball stayed in the rack area, and every ball open, there's no 2 balls touching, and I have an ideal situation with multiple opportunities to keep the rack going. Okay, re-break with purpose. I hope that made sense. I hope you got something from that. Check out my daily 50 video every day. If you're not around to watch it live, it'll be saved on YouTube, and you'll be able to watch it later. Just look for the daily 50 playlist. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.